Okay, here we are back again with more Mass Effect 2, and we are still on Zaid's loyalty mission because of reasons, and there's nothing in here, I don't think. Let's go check the other room. I think that is the way we need to go, but I'm going to check in here and make sure there's nothing to loot first. I don't think there is. No. Okay, let's go. Let us continue then. We're almost done, but that's okay. Let's go. Alas.
Not this time, Saeed, you son of a bitch. See you in another 20 years.
Sorry, that's just, it's still funny.
You just cost me 20 years of my life.
Oh dear.
Ah, son of a bitch. Oh.
You okay there?
Zaid, you alright?
The hell do you care? I'm fine. Now come on, get me out of this shithole.
And why should I trust you?
Put your revenge ahead of the mission. How can I trust that you'll be there when we need you?
I'll do what I was gonna have paid to do, Shepard. Just don't expect any more than that. Now stop screwing around. Let's go.
Put your own goals ahead of the mission. That is not the way this works.
I've survived this long watching my own back. No time to worry about anyone else.
It's time to worry.
Part of a team now, Zaid. There's no way we can do this unless we're all working together.
You have a point. I'm not done with Vito, but I can put that behind me long enough to get your mission done.
You better.
Let's get the hell out of here.
So, it's been liberated. Vito Santiago escaped, but Zaid has accepted Shepard's command and appears focused on the mission. So we managed to earn his loyalty despite not doing what he asked us to. Okay, so yeah. One of the things that I like about that loyalty mission, but can also make it kind of tricky, is that you are sort of presented with a choice in a certain sense. Obviously, I was able to still earn his loyalty because I had enough Paragon points. I've pretty much maxed out my Paragon bar at this point, so I can pretty much do anything I want and Paragon my way out of it. But if you don't have enough Paragon points and you insist on saving the workers, you cannot earn Zaid's loyalty. He will not be loyal to you, because he's a jerk ass with, and he doesn't really even have a heart of gold. Like, you know, his character type is sort of like a jerk ass with a heart of gold or whatever, but he doesn't really have a heart of gold. He really is just kind of a jerk ass, which is part of why I like Zaid. I like that they sort of gave you this really, like, he's really sort of unflinchingly brutal, and like, he doesn't actually secretly have a soft spot, really. We might see a little something of a soft spot in the next game in Mass Effect 3, but at least in Mass Effect 2, like, he pretty much is, like, he just, like, he kills people. Like, he might hesitate before killing a child, but that's probably all that he would do. he doesn't do anything. He really doesn't do anything altruistically, which I think is really cool. And I do like the moral quandary that loyalty mission sort of sets up for us. But I think in this episode we might just go talk to some people a little bit. Let's go see if Grunt has anything to say, or maybe even Jack, you know? I haven't talked to Grunt in a while. He's in port cargo, I think. I don't know if he has anything new to say or not. But he's here, and he's my son, so Grunt, my son.
Shepard.
Yeah, let's talk.
Just checking in. How are you doing?
I was just sitting here thinking. The picture, I'm finally starting to get it.
Are you?
There's a tank imprint, the battle at Canrum. A dead Turian, stripped. You don't see them out of their armor much. A Krogan boot on his head, and a claw hammer. It's under the brow plate, pulling it back, right? Eyes have gone black, and you see tension in the muscle. You can feel it ready to snap. I get it.
I think we might have had this conversation. I think at some point you run out of conversations and then they just sort of repeat the last one you had.
Canrum isn't ringing a bell.
Death of Shiagar.
Yeah, I think we have
warlord.
had this one before.
Turians killed her, so they were hunted down and made examples. Even if they won the war, it was the last push before the rebellions ended.
Maybe I had to be there, but I don't get the joke.
There's no joke. It's just great. It's a Turian, and he's being torn apart for what they did. I felt nothing before, but now I get it. It was a good fight. The enemy was destroyed to punish them all and send a message. I get it. I hate Turians. I thought you'd be glad.
Not quite, but I'm not Krogan.
Is this Krogan insight? Realizing you hate someone enough to justify torture?
It's not torture. He's dead. But sure, it's wrong. The crime against us was bad, so the message had to be equal or worse. It's not Okir's hate, and it's not who they are. It's what they did. Thanks to you, I have a clan. I'm starting to see why this is important. Anyway, I'm still figuring where I fit, but it made me laugh. Nothing else really on my mind, Shepard.
Okay, fair enough, Grunt. I think that was the last conversation we had. That was the same conversation we had with him last time, but that's okay. That's okay. That's kind of the problem with Mass Effect 2, is that at some point you kind of reach a limit and then there's nothing else to say, and like it feels kind of limited somewhat because you have so many crew members that no single one of them has like the amount of content that you would wish, I think, sometimes.
Tell me about you, Jack. What are you up to?
Still checking out your ship. Wouldn't mind putting her through her paces when you're not around.
I think we might have had this conversation before, too.
Appreciate that. At least not while we're working.
Relax. Joyriding doesn't have the thrill it used to. Besides, if I wanted it, I'd take it.
That's so...
I've been around. Ran with gangs, wiped out some gangs, joined a cult. Kept the haircut. I learned how to survive and not be a victim.
You must have
yeah.
met some good people, too.
You've seen where I came from. Everybody wants something, and because of that, everything is fair game. Murder, assault, kidnapping, drugs, stealing, arson. Done it all. And that's the boring shit. Piracy, theft of military craft, destruction of a space station, and vandalism. That was a good one.
Illuminating. That's about all I can take for now.
Yeah. Talk later.
Yeah, I think that's about it for Jack. Unfortunately, you kind of run out of content with her, too, especially if you can't romance her, which is kind of a problem that I have with Jack. And the way that Jack is written, I really like the character arc. But you kind of run into some problems if you don't romance her. It's a little bit unfinished, which is kind of a problem to me, as far as I'm concerned, but, you know. Miranda kind of has that problem too, honestly. But hey, let's see if Garrus has anything for us. You never know. He's our main squeeze, right?
Shepard, need me for something?
Yes.
Have you got a minute?
Definitely. Part of me still thinks we're crazy for even considering, but I want to try it with you. I want a few moments that are just for us before we throw ourselves into hell for the good of the galaxy.
Yes.
I want that too, Garrus.
Glad to hear it. I'll do some, research and figure out how to,
Yeah, have sex, yes.
Okay, that sounds
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all that Garrus has to tell us too for now. Okay. Fine, fair enough. Actually, I think I want to go talk to Morden. Morden might have something new to say, perhaps. Yes. Let's go this way. Unfortunately, Zaid doesn't really have anything new for us after his loyalty mission, as far as I know. Don't need that. Let's do, yeah, heavy weapon ammo. Sure. And sniper rifle damage. You can tell we're kind of starting to get into the last third or so of the game.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Actually, wanted to talk. Medical matters.
Medical
Aware
matters.
that mission is dangerous. Different species react differently to stress.
What?
Sexual activity normal stress release for humans and Turians. Still, recommend caution. Warn of chafing.
What?
You have a recommendation as a doctor?
Turians based on dextro amino acids. Human ingestion of tissue could provoke allergic reactions.
Morden.
Anaphylactic shock possible, so don't ingest.
Okay.
Also forwarding advice booklet to your quarters.
What?
Valuable diagrams, positions comfortable for both species, erogenous zone overviews. Can supply oils or ointments to reduce discomfort. Gave ED electronic relationship aid demonstration vids to use as necessary.
Wow. Wow?
Wait a minute, Morden. You're just yanking me around, aren't you?
Shocking suggestion. Doctor-patient confidentiality, a sacred trust. Would never dream of mockery.
Are you sure?
Enjoy yourself while possible, Shepard. We'll be here studying cell reproduction. Much simpler, less alcohol and mood music required.
Damn it, Morden. You're such a troll. You're such a troll. Look at you. Ah. Cell reproduction. Please. Please, Morden. Also, I love the fact that just, like, everybody on the ship knows that me and Garrus want to do the do. Like, Garrus was like, oh, let's wait and not disrupt everyone. And everyone's, like, gossiping the hell out of this. Like, you know, Commander and Garrus are gonna go at it, right? Right. So, yeah. I think probably... Yeah, boy. We, don't have... I mean, Overlord... And I, want to knock out the rest of these little side quests, too. Let's maybe go and grab those packages for Ish. That's a good idea. Might as well get that out of the way, right?
All right.
The people here are asked to sacrifice their own convictions and beliefs in exchange for a soulless corporate identity. I understand that kind of life would be attractive to some people, but not to me.
Fair enough. Nothing there. Great. Let's go to Eternity. The bar.
The Council thought that Blasto, the first Hanar Spectre, would play by the rules.
This one whether its sick is overcapacity. It wonders whether the criminal scum considers itself fortunate.
Blasto.
Wrong.
This one doesn't have time for your solid waste excretions.
He's got a lover in every port and a gun.
And a gun in every tentacle. Blasto, the jellyfish stings. Alright, let's go grab... Where is the...
If you're hurting for things to do, maybe after work we could catch a vid or something.
Oh, that's sweet. But I'm okay. A little dry spell isn't gonna kill me.
We could watch Fleet and Flotilla. It got awards for its portrayal of the Turian and Quarian relationship.
Oh, honey.
Anyway, if worst comes to worst, I did have the nerve stimulation program built into my suit.
And I hear that the love scenes are... What?
Oh yeah. Standard equipment for any responsible adult. Oh, here. Let me fire it up. Excuse me, human. Private conversation. Ugh.
little space, please?
Sorry. Shipping routes into the Terminus systems. Don't worry, our contact is a Batarian gentleman named Anto. He's one of Ariatolok's flunkies. Hey, it's Anto, one of the guards. We're keeping his palms well greased, and she should offer us safe passage through the systems. As long as we stay beneath Arya's notice, we should be fine. Interesting.
So then he says, "Oh, it's okay. Our amino acids are all different, so it's not like we can get diseases or anything if we go naturally."
Interesting. I don't know why I'm going this way. I could have gone the other way, but whatever. Whatever. I'm going the long way, I guess. I think it's here. Doop-a-doo-doo. Datapad. Here it is. Anto Bektal is a member of the criminal organization headed up by Arya T'Loak, often considered the pirate queen of Omega. While Arya's gang is mostly airtight, Anto has an eye toward outside work. Whether this is an exploitable hole, we're not sure. This is Arya T'Loak, after all. Okay.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store in the Citadel.
I know it is. They're all my favorite store. It's great. Okay. So Anto, one of Arya's cronies, is kind of on the take. We can either deliver these packages to Ish, as he asks us to, or we could maybe talk to Anto about this. And maybe Arya, and see what Arya might have to say about Anto being on the take. I'm not sure she would, I think she might not be pleased with the knowledge. Alright, let's go see. There's Anto.
What?
So, do you know someone named Ish?
Do you know a Solarian named Ish?
I know of him.
Well, he's selling your secrets, buddy.
He's collecting information about you. Plans to sell it to the highest bidder.
I have no secrets.
Oh, really?
Not at all. Take a look at this data.
What? Where did you get this? This is privileged information.
This could hurt Arya, couldn't it?
It would be bad for me, yes. But Arya, no.
One of her lieutenants being involved in this shows a big flaw in her organization.
What do you want from me?
Just so you know, someone's gunning for you.
Someone usually is. I got this one. Thank you for the heads up, human.
No problem, buddy.
What do you need?
Thanks. Maybe I'll come back later.
You do that.
Arya has a job she needs doing. You up for some work?
Okay.
That depends on what Arya has in mind.
Arya's gotten word that some blood-packed mercs plan to kill an old acquaintance of hers. A Krogan named Patriarch. She'd like you to keep that from happening.
Why protect Patriarch?
What's Arya's interest in protecting him?
Patriarch was one of her deadliest enemies back in the old days. Now she keeps what's left of him around as a trophy. As long as he lives, he's a perfect example of what happens when you go up against Arya.
So why kill this guy if he's so unimportant?
What's the Blood Pack's problem with Patriarch?
If you've met Patriarch, you know. He can't keep his damn mouth shut. Some people don't appreciate his stories, especially when he dips into non-fiction.
Why come to me? Arya's usual muscle not up for the job?
Because Arya said so. What other reason do you need?
People like Arya don't do things without a damn good reason. I want to hear it.
Fine, but I didn't tell you this. Got me?
Sure.
If it gets out that Arya's protecting Patriarch, well, that can look like a weakness. And some people might want to exploit that. You're not on a payroll, so you helping Patriarch just seems like a random act of kindness.
Okay.
I'll look into it.
Good. Patriarch's downstairs, likely surrounded by his fans. Get him into hiding until the mercs move on. Come back here when it's done, and you'll get your due.
Alright, alright.
The job's done.
Good luck.
Alright, so I gotta find this guy. Helena Blake.
Commander Shepard? Is that you? I'd heard you were dead. I'm Helena Blake. We met a few years ago. I don't expect you'd remember.
Oh, I remember.
You removed 2 criminal warlords from power and persuaded me to retire. I'll never forget it.
Why are you here?
What brings you to Omega?
What brings anyone to Omega? Opportunity, success, failure, all of the above? I find this place suits me. I can bring it a certain air of civility, I suppose.
I told you to straighten up.
And now you're on Omega. Once a criminal, always a criminal, eh?
Oh no, Commander. I retired. I know better than to go back on my word with you. You convinced me to turn my life around. I'm a social worker now, believe it or not.
A social worker on Omega?
Seems like a hopeless job in a place like this.
Quite the opposite, actually. This place needs it more than most. Doing the good work in a place like this requires that one understand how things truly work, which makes me uniquely qualified.
How noble.
That's more noble than I expected.
Seriously.
Noble? No. It's just that someone came along a few years ago and made me see the error of my ways.
That's quite a turnaround.
That I could use my contacts and skills for things other than smuggling and exploitation. I thank you for that.
Okay.
I'm glad to hear you're keeping out of trouble.
Thank you. This is all to your credit, Commander.
I have to go.
Of course. You must have more important things to do.
Then talk to a former criminal turned social worker? Yeah, probably. Oh, lordy. That's funny, though. That's really funny. I'd forgotten about that. Lord.
Council members aboard thanked Human Alliance soldiers for their efforts in repelling Saren's invasion 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, there's Patriarch. But I think we're about out of time now, so we will do this next time. As always, if you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Someone will want to set up a meeting.